This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
I'm Lieutenant Ray Spencer. I'm the Homicide Lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm out here this afternoon to brief you on a homicide investigation that we are conducting in the 1400 block of Newport Street, which is a residential neighborhood near the intersection of Pecos and Owens. I stress the details that I'm sharing right now are very preliminary, but at around 2 o'clock this afternoon, we responded to a house directly behind me on report of a male who had been shot. Responding medical personnel and police found a Hispanic male in his early 20s suffering from a gunshot wound. That male was transported to UMC Trauma, where he was pronounced deceased. What we have learned is that the victim arrived at a vacant house to meet another individual. At some point, there was an altercation between the other male and the victim, leading up to the shooting. The friend of the deceased went to the residence to check on the deceased and found him in the driveway and called 911. At this point, we're asking anybody who has any information to reach out to Crime Stoppers, or you can reach out to Homicide at lvmpd.com. Your information is completely anonymous, and there is also reward money available. So with that, I'll take a couple questions, but it is very early on in the investigation.
The meeting, any idea what the reason was for the meeting at the house?
We don't know as far as why. There was some prearranged meeting, and it was we believe, chose a vacant residence to conduct that meeting. But that's what we're trying to find out. So if anybody has any information, we're asking them to reach out to us.
Any info on the suspect, the other person?
We don't know. We don't know who the person was meeting up with. We're still in the process of canvassing for video and trying to piece together a lot of the things that led up to the shooting. But that's the only thing that we do know, is that the deceased went to this address to meet up with another individual.
And this address is not related to them. It's an empty house?
Correct. It appears to be a vacant house, and that the meeting took place in the driveway of a vacant house. We're in the process of obtaining a search warrant for that residence, but again, from the preliminary information we're getting, we don't believe the residence is involved in any way.
Were there any witnesses in the area?
No. Right now, we're still canvassing, looking for witnesses. That's what we're in the stage of doing at this point.
Neighbors being cooperative? You getting enough information, or how is that going?
Well, again, it's still very early, so that's why I'm asking anybody who has any information to reach out to Crime Stoppers. We are in the process of going door to door, looking for surveillance and looking for witnesses. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.